Bush Camping Tools here. Well, we've had this out with us for about a week, and this is the MIK-05P. That stands for the Medium Infantry Knife, and this is manufactured by Halfbreed Blades in Australia. It's made with Bowler's K340, and it's actually the K340 ISO steel, which is a more refined grade than K340. We've got American G10 scales on here, okay, and also the scabbard is made from American Kydex, very great scabbard. This has got the Pals Molly attachment on it here. You can chuck it on a pack, can put it on a belt. It's not really suited, this kind of attachment, for a belt, but you can put it on there. And there's also a belt clip too that comes with this. So what do I think about this knife? Well, I reckon it's a great knife. Why is it a great knife? First of all, it's really comfortable in the hand. This deep scalloped scales on here is very easy to hang on to without gloves on. It's pretty much non-slip. I've had this cutting up fish. If you had to use this as a combat knife, you could use this as a survival type knife too if you had to survive in the field, such as where we are now. Why could you do that? Well, you know, when you saw me cutting up the fish, the tip here is excellent, the excellent tip of this Tanto. To live off the land, fish can be generally pretty easier to catch than large game if you had to. Yeah, very comfortable. For my hand size, this is about an 8.5, so the handle fits there perfectly. The jimping is probably a bit back for me on there like that. It might take a smaller hand, but I like to rest my thumb just here, and I found that quite comfortable enough. Okay, so this knife, I said it's comfortable in the hand. How does it chop? It's pretty weighty. It's a 6mm thick blade along the spine here, and it's quite weighty in the blade, and it chops very well. Now we're at the knot. Well, there you go, no problems with that. Let's check the edge. And we cut up a fish earlier on. There's nothing wrong with that edge. That's great. All right. No gloves. Let's move on. Well, it batoned really well. Belted this thing with a pretty hard and seasoned bit of ash into pretty hard American oak. This is all American oak behind us here too, so this American oak had been down for maybe a couple of weeks. The blade is actually Teflon coated, and there's no wear whatsoever on this after bashing this thing around, so it's a pretty good coating on there, that's for sure. It's easy to hold in the reverse position like this. This does not, the guard does not get or the pommel does not get in your way in the reverse position when you've got it in the safety position like this. If you have to carve some spikes or some weapon of defense with this thing, or just spikes as I illustrated here. Deadly. Actually carves very well too. I was a bit surprised about that to begin with. Alright, let's talk about the pommel end. Well, clearly this is, because it's designed for military applications, this has got basically a persuader type end on this. If you want to bang this down on something, the knife has got to be at an angle like this to bang that down, but here you've definitely got a persuader tip. The good thing is about it, you can see my hand 8.5. This does not interfere with the hand, which is good. I can move like this, no interference. How about in this grip like this? It transfers pretty good like that, although I would not put my thumb up here. A bigger hand, you might want to rest it up there, might be a mistake. I'd keep my hand like this, in this, position like that, and that's much better. The guard here has also been slightly chamfered, so that's not difficult to hang onto this and plunge into something like that. I used the blade to hammer, spikes of wood into other logs, and that was pretty easy to do. There's enough weight in the blade to whack something down like that, so if you had to use it as a hammer, of course knives are not hammers. This certainly has proven itself with me over the last week of being a pretty sturdy knife. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with this knife from Halfbreed Blades in Australia, the MIK-05P. It is a very versatile field knife, definitely. Bush Camp and Tools here. Thanks for watching.